Peace everyone and welcome back to another Balch episode. Thanks for tuning in once again. I still remember my first kite loops back in Cape Town. Every kite loop was kind of a big thing to me and the way it ended often surprised me a lot. It took me a few years to understand what makes a kite loop a safer kite loop. And that's exactly the knowledge I want to share with you right now, after the intro.
To better understand how everything sticks together, we will first define a safer kite loop. Second, we will talk about slack in your lines, and third, we will figure out what riding technique exactly makes your kite loop safer.
To explain this a little bit better, I got creative with this GTS 6 and this Pirate kite surfer. Let's define a safer kite loop first. The feeling that makes a kite loop so much fun to me is the combination of the short but super powerful horizontal pull and the free fall after until the kite catches you again and makes you land like butter. It only sucks if the kite does not recover fast enough to catch you before you're landing. In this case, you will hammer into the water like there is no tomorrow. To cut a long story short, a safer kite loop is a faster recovery of the kite after the loop.
Nowadays, our kites are masterpieces of safety and performance. I think we can rely on our gear better than ever before. That makes us with our skills responsible for the recovery of our kite. A kite will never fly into the power zone unless we actively steer it there. It always wants to go where it's less powerful, which makes the kite recover as long as it completely finished the loop by its own. The only reason why a kite won't be able to recover then is if the lines are slacking. The lines are your connection to the kite and you are defining the wind window of the kite. This means that if the lines are slacking, the kite is out of orientation. It needs to get line tension back before it can start to recover. Long story short, again, your main goal for safer kite loops is to avoid slacking lines before, while and after the kite loop.
I hope you could follow my video along until here, because now comes the practical, useful part for your daily shred.
Wave versus flat. Depending on the conditions you're riding, it's important to know that there's a big difference between taking off the flats and taking off a wave. Determined by the shape and size of the wave, it might already catapult you towards your kite even before you initiate the kite loop. That simply means the kite won't have much counterweight during the loop, which will increase the slack in the lines a lot. The vertical takeoff. Another super common mistake I see people making is taking off to the front instead of vertical towards 12 o'clock. If you feel like you're traveling horizontally after the takeoff, don't loop the kite. Due to the fact that you're already traveling towards it, the kite won't have much counterweight again and will get lost in the loop. To take off more vertical, you should work on the timing of your carving process, the edging and the kite control. If you release the edge too early, you will take off horizontally instead of vertical. And if you edge too long, you will pass your own kite and the kite will drop you instantly. Both jumping techniques are creating slack in your lines. The perfect takeoff is a thin line and needs hours of practice. The later, the safer. There's not the right moment to initiate the kite loop. There's only one rule many people have never heard of. The later, the safer. The earlier you loop your kite, the more powerful it will be, and consequently, the more slack it will create. This is because after the takeoff, you are already getting lifted by your kite. If you add the kite loop to this explosive lift of your takeoff, the kite loop will have a much bigger impact and shoot you forwards much more. Airtime wise, there is simply no chance for the kite to get rid of the slacking lines before recovering.
Most people only know the rule, the higher the safer, but as you've learned right now, it's not quite as simple as that. You can jump 15 meter high with a massive kite loop and the kite won't recover quick enough. While you can jump 5 meter only with a small and safer kite loop and the kite will recover in time. Your goal is to understand and to control the slack in your lines better. I hope I could teach you something in today's video. If you liked the video, please, as always, hit the like button below, smash the subscribe button on my YouTube channel, and I hope to see you soon for my next video. Thanks for watching and peace!